Hey gang, it's JC and this is the Daily Dose for Thursday, September 27th, 2012, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. We have great TV archives up top. We have JC's Eye Candy below, Rock and Roll Paul. All right, let me just tell you something. I drove all night. I was in Chicago for the last 4 days, so I drove all night, got back late last night. I wanted to see the baby before she got to sleep and everything like that. So I'm just like cranking this thing out for you just so I get something up and on the web, because we haven't been able to update because I've been out of town and very busy doing stuff like that. So we're here in the new house, and I'm just sort of like trying to unpack. We're trying to unpack the original unpacking before I have to do the unpacking that I packed for the trip, if that makes any sense. So anyhow, basically what I'm doing is just trying to get something up on the web here so that we have something new and fresh and everything like that. Let me step outside here so we have some light. Somebody has, more than one of you actually, has pointed out that it appears as though I have aged like 10 years after this gallbladder surgery. Yeah, I have big giant circles under my eyes and everything, so it's like anything else. After that anesthesia and morphine and just being in the hospital and everything like that, it takes a couple of days, sometimes even a couple of weeks, before you get your natural color back and everything like that. Yeah, I look sick and I look like an old freaking man right now, and I know that, so thank you for pointing it out. All right, so so we're trying to wean ourselves off of the after the little magic pills that they give you to feel better after something like this. Anyhow, things went very well in Chicago. Thanks to those of you who sent messages and everything. We did the afternoon show, noon to 3 on WGN, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They were very, very pleased with it. And they gave me my official name tag, you know, with your picture on it, an ID tag, because it's a massive complex. You have the showcase studio at WGN right on Michigan Avenue. You can go right up to the glass and look in when the guys are doing the shows. But then the rest of the building is up on the 7th floor, but there's different entrances and loading docks if you're bringing something in. So you can't get around that massive Tribune Tower complex in Chicago without an ID badge. So they gave me an ID badge with my picture on it. I showed that on Facebook, and people mistakenly got the idea that I had been hired full-time by WGN, was going to move to Chicago, and that's not the case. As a matter of fact, you know, there's a possibility that, I mean, it's not looking like anybody is going to put me on the radio in St. Louis anymore. Nobody's paying any money. Nobody wants you to talk. And the only people that get to talk are people who are talking right-wing politics. It's not what I do. So I don't know, maybe there's no jobs in St. Louis anymore, but there are jobs around the country as a professional fill-in guy. And next week, I'm going to take you downstairs into the house where I have built my new studio. So that allows me to go on the air at any radio station in America, and I may be doing that. That's what I might do, is just sort of like fill in professionally at at radio stations all over the country. I don't know what else to tell you. You know, you can't force people to give you a job. I want to show you a couple things here, because I got two things I just want to show you. Let me just set this down here and set this. Everything's wet out here. Did it rain, or is it just the moistness? I'm having a blast reading this book. We had Ann and Nancy Wilson on the show in Chicago earlier this week, and I did an interview with them for this book. They also have a box set, and they're also out on tour. This thing is called Kicking and Dreaming, a story of heart, soul, and rock and roll, Ann and Nancy Wilson. If you're a fan of the band and a fan of the music, read this, because it's really good. It's real great behind-the-scenes stuff. So Ann and Nancy Wilson were great, by the way, in the interview. Also, a guy by the name of Andy Persley sent me an email, and he said, hey, I wrote a book. Would you mind featuring it on your video blog? And I said, sure, why not? You know, it's a pleasant request. And it's even better because it's about the rally squirrel. Look at that. This is great. What does it say there? This delightful story for Cardinal fans of all ages, the legend of the rally squirrel revealed for the first time. There you go. So the Rally Squirrel book by Andy Persley, who wrote it and illustrated it, and it's pretty cool. So, you know, it's great for kids and everything like that, so you can check that out. All right, so what else? Oh, by the way, I got a back porch here. I got a screened-in back porch at the new house. Awesome, absolutely awesome. Got a nice big backyard and no pool at this house, and that's probably better because that thing was bleeding us dry money-wise. Pools are fun, but boy, they're a lot of work and they're expensive. I'll have a pool some other house some other day. Right now, we're just enjoying this place out here. So again, I just wanted to get something up and on the web. Oh, by the way, I'm getting my stitches out. Getting my stitches out on Monday, so that's good news. So like I said, it's just crazy right now because we moved into the new house, and then I went into the hospital, and then I had to go to Chicago. It's just been chaos here for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So everything's going to get calmed down. We're going to do more unpacking over the weekend. Get set up in the new digs here. Got that studio downstairs. I'll take you down there next week and show you. It's just beautiful down there. I can do radio from anywhere, all over the country down there. And we'll update all the features like the eye candy, and we'll do a new rock and roll poll and all that. But I'm just tired. Drove all night. I figured if I drove like crazy, I'd get here in time to see the baby before she went to bed. Saw her for 10 minutes, and then it was lights out, but still, it was very, very cool. She has requested, by the way, that Daddy, not Mommy, pick her up from school today, so that's good. She's turned 3. She's starting to throw her weight around, all 26 pounds. So that's it. Have a great weekend, everybody. We got boxes to unpack. We'll talk to you Monday on the Daily Dose. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.